was Imhotep 6,000 years ago who said, students, first know thyself, then knowledge of the entire world can be accessible to you.
You know, not many kids will come to a program that will teach African drums, since everything is about the hip hop.
I mean, everything you need to know is in this program.
Teaching me about everything that they do where I come from, in Africa.
So anytime you go into a situation here, you can be able to relate what you do outside to here.
If you believe that you have something inside you, that yearning, I want to be, I will become, I want to become, that burning, there is nothing to stop you. As a substitute teacher, I had the privilege of going from school to school. One week I'm one place, another week I'm someplace else, and I'm experiencing the same thing as far as the youth, the children are concerned. They don't know who they are. They don't know our history. If you ask them anything about the civil rights movement, all they can do is mention Martin Luther King's name. And if we talk about Malcolm, I have older young people calling him, college students even, calling him Malcolm 10, thinking that the X is a Roman numeral 10. If I ask about the history of the children, the farthest they can go back is slavery. If you don't know your history, and if you don't know your culture, it is impossible for you to survive. It was Dr. John Henrik Clarke who said, history is like a watch or a clock. It tells you what time it is. What time is it? Where am I in this point in history? Where am I? What is going on around me? What does culture do? I am not only able to look back into my history to see what my ancestors did and what they did successfully to become great. But culture is the second piece, because culture says, this is the way you behave. These are the values that are important. This is what you show to the world. This is how you relate to everyone else as a human being. But self first, self-respect. So the Sankofa program gets our children interested, not only in reading, but reading about themselves.
It showed me a lot that I needed to know, like how to be professional, how to know when to act, where to act, and how to act in a certain situation.
What the program does is to encourage children, young people, to read.
The Sankofa program impacted me by, it taught me how to play the drums, how to iron, taught me about etiquette, it taught me how to sew, and it taught me about my history and my culture and the people I came from.
It impacted me a lot, basically, because my grandma teaches it, so I basically have to come here.
In Western culture, when it comes to identity, in Western culture, they say, I am. I think, therefore I am. In African culture, we say, I am because we are. We affirm each other. We are happy when we see each other because it's an affirmation that I am. and I am one of you.
I go. Amen. I didn't hear you. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. We come to present the ancestors whose genius has for long been hidden. Too long.
I needed to be blessed
Genius they had.
with a different strategy for reaching our people because I'm used to teaching college students. So I had to regroup. It's something that just came over me, literally. Let me try writing a play. I had never written a script before. I had to research how do I do this now?
She had told me about this play that she had written and how the ancestors gave her this play. And she told me about it. It sounded wonderful. And then I read the play and I said, okay, that's a lot of work. Good luck with your play.
I slowed down, came to myself, prayed over it, and I knew she had to be the one.
And so here again, Dr. Borishade comes, and she came to my house, and we kibitzed together, and she just said, "This is it. You have to do this." And I said, "But it's a lot of work, and there's no time. There's just a bit of time." And she said, "But yes, you can, and you should, and you will." And I said, "Okay." Amen. Short amount of time that we had to pull this all together. The different range of abilities of the performers, from 4-year-old boys to 80-some-year-old performers, some of who have never been on stage before, never tried to commit lines to memory before. So you have to have a production that's an even production, that people, when they're watching it, can't tell that the majority of the people on the stage have never been on stage before, that they're just as good as those professional performers. So you have to have an even production. So that's a challenge.
We created the first and greatest civilization. We developed agriculture, language, and art. We developed powerful nations. We were the first embalmers, scientists, and medical doctors. We were first to invent writing, mathematics, and medicine. We were first to invent astrology, biology, and numerology.
I have followed this lady's work, and I am so thankful that I listened to the higher forces in choosing her.
You better remember where I first met Dr. Borishade, and it was at the Fatima Family Center, where we were both working, and I was teaching drumming and dance and cooking and etiquette and all of this stuff, and we were drumming, and I was teaching the kids drumming class, and she came dancing into the room. And you could just see that she just felt those drums. And she said, "Can I drum?" And I said, "Sure." And she pulled up that drum, and she was right at home with the kids. And we just struck a friendship from there. As a young woman, I was introduced to Garden Valley. I headed up a number of programs, the cultural arts programs in the city.
My relationship with the Garden Valley neighborhood is through young people. When I left Africa, where I had been teaching at the universities, and then I came home 3 years ago, and I knew that I needed to make some contributions here at home.
We are voices in the valley, and we're here to say we came to drum and entertain you in a special way. We bring the heat, so feel the beat. The water is over. Here's what we say. Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Lonnie.
Hi, my name is Danielle Gray. I am a merchandise manager here at Barnes & Noble Woodmere, and I'm very excited about having the Voices of the Valley performing here today and having their book fair. And I'm very excited about supporting a really great community organization.
Very first instrument that anyone is introduced to, even before you come into the world, because it's that. That's the drum. All right, this is the bass. So listen, bass, tone. So there's more, but you're gonna use bass and tone, okay? You're just gonna do the doom. All right, so you're gonna go heart, beat, on the bass. Heart, beat, heart, beat, heart, beat, heart, beat, heart, beat, heart, beat, heart, beat. All right, good. Fix your face. To do as my life's work is to create beauty. And so I think that's something that we have done with this production. We have educated, we have created something beautiful. We've from nothing.
The most memorable portion of this program is learning, like, when we did this play, the unity that we had to get together and organize. Like, you can't do something without having unity. With unity, you can strive. And one part that really got me is when a certain cast member, her line was, when you go up, you have to take others with you. You can't just be selfish, because that's not how we got here. We got here having unity. So.
The most memorable point is probably when all of the ancestors were talking, when they were talking about how they were great, you know what I'm saying? They're black people and they're from Africa, but not many kids know about Africa, and people don't even know who half of these people are. Like, when I started, I didn't even know who anybody was.
The most memorable moment of the play was at the end of the play when everybody was applauding. Like, I felt the energy from everyone and how they reacted towards the play. It was a good feeling.
And so I did, and I think it was fabulous. I think it was wonderful. I loved the experience of it. dealing with the community and dealing with community people and bringing them along from point A to point B, and watching Dr. Borishade get so excited to see her dream realized, to see it come out of her head and onto the stage. That's creation.
The Sankofa program grounds and centers children in who they are so that they can stand firmly on that ground and cast their shadows out to the world and say, here I am, here I am, this is me. See me, hear me roar. I am someone. And it isn't enough just to tell children, you are someone. We have to show them, give them the evidence of who they are.